you have a concept. I am thinking. Right now also you have this concept. Oh, I am listening to Ekta and I am thinking. Yes, that is experiment number 7. So now what is the experiment? I'm going to really do some self-exploration and figure out who is thinking. Right now I'm listening to this, I'm grasping this knowledge. Who is thinking? Is it the body that is thinking? Is it the awareness that is thinking? Or is it the mind that is thinking? Yeah. So question number 1 under self-inquiry. Is it alive or conscious independently by itself? So tell me, is the physical body alive and conscious independently by itself? No, it is not. Is awareness alive or conscious independently by itself? Yes. You shouldn't look for answers from others or from me. You should do self-exploration. Yeah. The witness is alive and conscious by itself. It does not need anything. Yeah. Okay. Now look at the mind. Is it alive and conscious independently by itself? Mind is nothing but thought. Good. It's not. Yeah. Those who didn't get it will not write others' answers, will not write Ekta's answers. You will explore. You will keep exploring the whole day. Is thought conscious by itself? You will not write other people's answers. Be honest. Yeah. Those who got it, thought is not alive by itself. Good. We go to question number 2. Under self-inquiry, can it say I? Why are we asking this question? It's experiment number 7, saying the concept of I am thinking. That's what we are exploring. Okay. So now I said I am thinking. Yeah, I am thinking about what Ekta is telling me. So now look, who said this I? Can the physical body say I? No. Fantastic. Physical body cannot say I. Can the awareness speak? Can it say I? Superb. There are some people who are still confused. You will not write other people's answers. You will keep exploring. Does your witness ever speak? Has it ever spoken? Those who don't know. Yeah, those who got it, fantastic. The awareness does not speak. It cannot say I. Now let's come to thought or mind. Can it say I? Yes, thought says I. Next question, is it the real I? So physical body does not say I, so under that not applicable. Awareness does not say I. Yeah, so it's not applicable. Okay. Notice when the thought says I, is it the real I? If it were the real I, what would be its quality? It would be permanent. It would be permanent. Even in deep sleep, it should be there. Is the mind there? Are there thoughts in deep sleep? Do you say, I am sleeping right now? I am in deep sleep right now. The moment you say that, you're not in deep sleep anymore. So there is no thought in deep sleep. So the I thought, so-called I thought, is fake. So is it a real I? No, it is fake. It just wants to be I. Yes, this is something we will keep exploring. We are just starting on this. Yeah, so it is the fake I. So if that is the fake I, who's saying I? Is there an I at all? Next question. Is there an I at all? So as on the physical body, it doesn't say an I, it is not applicable. What about awareness? Is there an I at all? There is a sense of amness, the sense of existing, the sense of being. Yes? That sense of amness will come under what? Awareness. Good. So that isness, that amness comes under awareness. When you say, is there an I at all? It's not I, but an isness, an amness, a sense of being. Not like a human being or an animal being or a supreme being, not B-E-I-N-G, but the verb to be. Yeah? Being. So that sense of amness is there, but there is no real I. When you go to the mind, column under mind, is there an I at all? No, a fake I is fake. It's not real. So there is no I at the level of the mind. So who is saying I am thinking? Last question. Who is saying I am thinking? Who is saying I am thinking? It is nothing but an intellectual label. As a baby, did you ever say, Mommy, I am thinking? No. It is just something that came out of education, conditioning, upbringing, language conditioning. I am thinking is nothing but an intellectual label, which is nothing but the thought. It comes from the mind. The awareness does not say I am thinking. The physical body does not say I am thinking. Yeah, it's the mind's label. It has just come from my conditioning. Yeah, so contemplate more on this. Don't let this go. This entire week is the week of Nididhyasa. What is Nididhyasa? Nididhyasa means I'm actually experimenting on my own self. I'm actually doing self-exploration, which means I'm not doing Shravana. I'm not going to sit and listen to 10 different topics. If you have an exam, I went to medical school, okay, so that's all the topics that come up to me. If I have an exam on the topic of the heart next week, I can't sit and study the brain and study the bones and study the blood vessels. My exam is on the heart next week, so I have to just study about the heart for 1 week. Yes? Exactly, that's what you will do. This week only Nididhyasa, no Shravana. No listening to that topic and that topic and that video of this Swami and that teacher. Then you are scattering your mind. Focus on only experimenting this week with whatever I have learned so far. Complete self-exploration and share only your experimentation and self-exploration on flock with the others. That will help encourage them also to do it. Yeah. So this entire week is only Nididhyasa, only self-exploration. I did this and this is what I found. Please help me, guys, if this is wrong. And then you can help each other. That is the true meaning of Sangha. Just watching new knowledge, you're moving this main thing out. You're not giving it enough room to blossom. Yeah, so Nididhyasa is mandatory on the path of Advaita Vedanta. Contemplation is the best job to do. So a long list of homework follows. Homework number 1. When there is no I, who is thinking? Though you did this in the table with me right now, I want you to explore it. Explore it more in depth, okay? And explore it with actual thoughts. You're sitting with your spouse or you're sitting with a family member and the thought arises. So check who's thinking about this person right now. Who is thinking? Who is saying this? Where is this arising from? Do it with real life situations. That is called experiential understanding. Clear? Right now we just put it in a table, very intellectual. Now we have to take it to nididhyasa, experiential understanding with my own family. Who is thinking right now? My wife is saying things to me and I'm not feeling pleasant inside. And thoughts are coming up. Who is thinking? In actual real life situations, you have to do it. Yeah. Question number 2. Is thinking happening by itself? Question number 3. Can a thought arise by itself? Question number 4. Is thought the thinker? Yeah, is thought the thinker? In other words, means can a thought think? To help you answer that question, you can ask yourself another question. Does thought contain awareness? Can the thought perceive awareness or the witness? This clue I have given you before. Can a thought perceive awareness? That was the question. Perceive means, perceive is, can it touch awareness? Can it taste awareness? Can it smell awareness? Can it see awareness? Can it hear awareness? Can it perceive awareness? Is it conscious of awareness? Can a thought control awareness? Can a thought exist without awareness? And what is the stuff that thought is made up of? What is the material? These are all pretty easy, I think. Let's do 3 difficult ones, not one. 1. Do you experience a box called memory that contains your past thoughts? You usually use the word, oh, this I can remember from memory. Does memory really exist? Do you experience the mind divided in compartments, conscious mind and subconscious mind? Okay. You're not thinking about it right now. So you say, oh, it's not there in my conscious mind. But if Ekta asks me right now, what is 7 multiplied by 9? How did you answer? From where did the answer come? Now you will say, oh, it was in my subconscious mind. I knew 7 9s are 63. But now I was not aware. So you have this notion of a conscious mind and a subconscious mind. Are you saying it? Experiment with 7 9s again and again. Where did it come up from? Is there really a subconscious mind? Do you experience separate activities of the mind? Activities are what? Realizing, understanding, desiring, believing, imagining, remembering, forgetting, choosing, intending, paying attention. Do you experience these separate activities of the mind? In direct experience, do these exist? I know intellectually most of you know the answers. Not intellectually. Experientially, can I find a thought that says, oh, I am a remembering thought? Can you find a thought that says, oh, I am a realization? Can you find a thought that says, oh, I am an imagination? And the most difficult people find is what we already discussed last week, but you can add it, a choosing thought. Or is there a chooser, a decision maker between A and B? This is something that people struggle with the most because the ego does not want to let go of control. Have you noticed that? Some of you have already started recognizing this truth and you're not very comfortable with this, that, oh, I'm not in control of my thoughts. I'm not the one choosing. How is this happening? Yeah. So let's do with an experiment. I'm offering you either masala chai or coffee. Starbucks coffee, huh? Yummy Starbucks coffee and Indian masala chai with elaichi. Yeah. Both made perfectly. Both are sitting in front of you. Yeah. Just observe. Just observe. Whenever a choice comes up, I want coffee or I want the masala chai. Where did it arise from? Was there a chooser? Did you notice a chooser? Whoever notices a chooser thought, please put up your hands. Did you notice you did not choose right now? The choice made itself apparent to you. Automatically it came up. Whatever, masala chai came up or Starbucks coffee came up. It doesn't matter. The answer is not relevant. What is relevant here? You did not choose. It automatically arose. Yeah? It presented itself to you. It appeared to you. Yeah? Now, in retrospect, a second thought comes up and says, oh, I chose masala chai. Are you seeing that thought? That's called the I thought. Yeah, so please experiment with this. These experiments are a lot of fun. If you put your whole heart and mind to it, these are a lot of fun. Yeah, you can see, oh my God, some thought arises. It tells me the choice already. It has come with its choice. Then a second thought arises and claims it to be my choice. This is called the I thought. Yeah, those who've been doing the Buddha retreats, we've seen this in silence. Yeah. So now you can see it with open eyes that yes, that this happens. The I thought comes and claims ownership later. And I thought is nothing but the doership that says I am doing, I am choosing. Yeah? If you can see in this simple example between two beverages, now start applying in your relationships. Start applying in your day-to-day life. This week you should have 7 examples of how I did not choose. Something just made it apparent to me. And happens day to day. Your wife comes and tells you, you want to eat this, should I cook this or should I cook that? See how it comes up. It emerges every single day. You're making multiple choices. You think you are choosing. Start recognizing the truth. In my direct experience, I am not choosing. A choice appears to the awareness. In fact, there is no I. Yeah, but what happens with this? I'll warn you beforehand. The ego doesn't like this. It feels it's losing its sense of control on life. Yeah, your sense of control was false. From the beginning, it was false. You never had control. You never had control. It was a false sense of control over life. So if you think you are choosing this project in office over that project, you're fooling yourself. If you feel you are choosing this job over that job, again, it just presented itself to you. The I comes and claims the doership later. Yeah. So you have to do this introspection. We will talk more and more later, but I want you to first do a little bit of effort on yourself from your side. Yeah, this will expand. He will expand. Atmananda is really, he goes into the depth of these things. He will prove it to you by the end of Atma Nirvriti. You are not the doer. You are not the experiencer. You do not exist only. There is no I. Yeah, those who are control freaks will be jittery right now. But those who are not control freaks will actually feel a sense of relief. Wow, I don't have to do anything. It is happening automatically. It is such a sense of relief. Yeah, it liberates you from that constant feverishness. Oh, I am doing. I am experiencing. That itself creates a lot of feverishness inside. Yeah. So it relieves you of that. Yeah? But those who have a very strong sense of control over things, they will be a little jittery longer than the others. Yeah? So just be aware again and again. Yeah? Who wants to be in control? Who is this? Is it the real I? We just did it. Again and again, go back to that table. It is the mind saying, I am in control. I want to be in control. Is it the real I? No, it is fake. The mind cannot exist independently. The thought cannot exist independently of the awareness. If it rises and falls, it is not there in deep sleep. If it is not permanent, how can it be the real I? It is fake. It is fake. Again and again, bring the truth of direct experience before you. Again and again. And then this conditioning drops away. Yeah? Then you start using the word I only for transactional purposes in the world. That is why it is called Vyavharik Satyam, transactional truth. Because it is just for the sake of interacting in the world. When I interact, I'm using the word I, but in reality, I know there is no I. Or if an I exists, it is a common universal I. Like an amness, like an isness. Yeah? This becomes clearer and clearer and clearer. And then you become happier and happier and happier. Yeah? That is your sure shot sign that you are actually applying Advaita knowledge. You start feeling very happy, very light. Yeah? You start seeing life very simply. Just a game. Let me play. You want to win? Win. Come on. You win. Nothing is like a big burden, big mountain that I was carrying on my head anymore. I just realized, oh, there was no mountain. Yeah? I had created a story in my mind. Then you are really applying the Advaita knowledge. Okay, so now there are two kinds of Advaitans. One that gets stuck intellectually and do not progress. Yeah, such people are not able to find that happiness, that lightness, that relief. Why? Because they didn't give enough importance to Nididhyasa. Nididhyasa is actually experimenting, actually again and again applying in life, in real life situations, with the husband, with the wife, with the child, with the parent. Yes? These are the people who get stuck. And then there is the second kind of Advaitan. Everything he listens to, he applies. Everything he listens to, he applies. He does not move on to just listening from here, listening from there. This is all spiritual entertainment then. Yeah, he's not like that. He listens to one thing, he gets to the crux of it. How can I apply this in my life? Yes, so that's where you need to move. I gave you one example of how you are not the chooser. Now you do the other mental activities. Experiment on them. Yeah, with an intention. See, you take an intention. Can I take an intention? Is there an intending thought? Yeah. Then you do some guesswork. Is there a guessing thought? Is there a remembrance? Try to remember something. Yeah. So experiment with all these mental activities or mental states. A state of happiness, a state of sadness, a state of rejection, a state of despondency. These are all states of the mind. Yeah, we actually push away the negative states and we seek the positive states. Have you seen that? Yeah, the moment you realize that these states are just labels. These mental activities are just labels. It is nothing but a thought. The thought is nothing but awareness. Oh, it is all awareness. It is all just a movement in awareness. This itself is liberating. When you are liberated from that feverishness to seek for a pleasant state and the feverishness for pushing away a not so pleasant state. Do you see what I'm saying? Now do you understand why experimenting, exploring and arriving at the truth yourself is important? See that you watch this video, again experiment and understand it in your experience, not intellect. What is intellectual understanding? Yeah, this must be like this. Yeah, just because there is no chooser of thought, so okay, yeah, there might not be an intending thought. No. You're again applying intellectual logic. You actually take up an intention. Sankalpayati. Bring up a sankalpa. You've been doing that for ages on your path. See what it is. Actually explore, experiment with each of them.